The American Revolution. In 1765, Britain's 13 American colonies stood prosperous, but growing tensions would soon ignite a revolution.
Britain introduced the Stamp Act in 1765, taxing newspapers, legal papers, and many everyday documents across the colonies.
Across the colonies, protests erupted. One powerful demand echoed through the streets.
No taxation without representation!
No taxation without representation!
As resistance grew, the Sons of Liberty secretly organized the colonies, transforming scattered protests into a united movement against British rule. Finally, in 1766, Britain repealed the Stamp Act, but the fight for liberty had only begun. A year later, Britain imposed the Townshend Acts, and colonial anger quickly returned. By 1770, years of growing tension had pushed Boston to the brink of open conflict. The Boston Massacre united the colonies and fueled the growing demand for independence. 3 years later, Boston prepared for one of history's most daring acts of defiance. That night, hundreds of tea chests were dumped into Boston Harbor in defiance of British rule. Britain responded swiftly, preparing harsh new laws to punish the rebellious colonies. Parliament approved the Intolerable Acts, tightening Britain's control over the colonies. In Philadelphia, colonial leaders gathered for the First Continental Congress, united against British rule. For the first time, the colonies stood together, speaking with one united voice against Britain. In April 1775, British troops met colonial Minutemen at Lexington, where revolution was about to begin. A single shot ignited the American Revolutionary War, changing history forever. At Concord, colonial Minutemen forced the British Army into a costly retreat back toward Boston. Soon, thousands of colonial militia surrounded Boston, trapping the British Army inside the city. Overnight, Washington placed cannons on Dorchester Heights, catching the British completely by surprise. Facing Washington's powerful artillery, the British realized Boston could no longer be defended. Washington's cannons overlooked Boston Harbor, forcing Britain to rethink its position. By March 1776, Boston entered a new chapter as British forces departed the city.
In July 1776, America's leaders gathered to decide the future of a new nation.
In Philadelphia, colonial leaders reached a historic agreement that changed the future forever. From a struggle for liberty came a nation whose story would forever shape the course of world history.